David Chappelle attacked on stage. It definitely looks like Will Smith has negatively inspired other people to storm the stage if they don't like somebody and slap them, just like he did to Chris Rock. Wait till the end of the video and you're gonna hear what Chris Rock has to say about this incident, and it's pretty funny. But the $64,000 question is how did Chappelle's security miss this? They obviously know about the Will Smith incident. They obviously know Chappelle's known for telling jokes that offend people, specifically the LGBTQ plus community and the trans community. And I'm not saying those communities had anything to do with this attack. I'm just saying Chappelle makes jokes that definitely offend people and specific people. But this guy, he got through security with a replica gun, with a knife attached to the replica gun. He got on stage to form tackle David Chappelle.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for hip-hop history.
So it's clear he gets attacked. That guy is criminally screwed. He's gonna face charges. We already seen pictures of him handcuffed on a stretcher in an ambulance, and so he paid his dues, so to speak. But as you'll see, the guy retreats after he form tackles Chappelle. He retreats into the back, and that's important because everyone loses the ability to use self-defense as a defense in a legal situation when the threat retreats. And that guy arguably retreats. Now, we don't know what happened backstage. Maybe he's waving the gun around, the knife around, and he's still threatening people. And if that's the case, well then, yeah, people could still use self-defense for any sort of attack on that guy. But Chappelle makes some statements that I think are gonna cost him.
Clean that mess up. Get that out of here. Don't do this on the stage. Get him the out of here. And an ambulance.
Now, you see it, right? He says, get him out of here, not on stage, likely referencing to roughing the guy up on stage, and get him in an ambulance, which again, you put all those together and it's like he's telling his supporters, his friends, to assault this guy. Now, we saw Mike Tyson get verbally assaulted on an airplane, and then Mike Tyson feed a guy his lunch, and I think most of us, if not all of us, were on the side of Mike Tyson. But that guy still got a lawyer. That lawyer made a statement, and I'm assuming that guy got some sort of money out of Tyson. And always in these situations, legal settings, and I do it in my practice as well, you know, once you settle a case, you sign a confidentiality agreement so nobody can say anything. So that's what happened in the Tyson's incident, I believe. And now, with those statements made by David Chappelle, I think this guy's going to get a lawyer, and I know his lawyer will rely upon those statements, and even more specifically, this statement.
I've been doing this 35 years. I just stomped backstage.
I just stomped a guy backstage. I've always wanted to do that. I mean, that's an admission by Chappelle right there that he assaulted this guy. So the $64,000 question is, was he right in assaulting him? Well, the guy ran away. He retreated. We don't know what happened backstage when David Chappelle supposedly stomped this guy. He might have just said it as a joke, but if you're that guy's lawyer, you're going to use that statement against Chappelle, especially if it's a case where there is no video footage of what happened backstage. Then it's going to be a bunch of people's words against a bunch of people's words. But the fact that Chappelle said that is an admission that will be used against him, and I think that's going to cost him some money. I think that guy's going to retain a lawyer, much like the goof did in the Mike Tyson incident, and he might get some money. I don't think we'll ever know for certain if he got money, because it's likely something that would be handled discreetly and then pursuant to a confidentiality agreement. But we definitely know Chris Rock found some humor in this.
Was that Will Smith?
Was that Will Smith? I mean, other than the statements that Chris Rock made in Boston days after the Will Smith incident, this is the first kind of direct statement we hear from Chris Rock about the Will Smith incident, and he's definitely making light of it. Now, also, Jamie Foxx came on stage and made some statements specifically about protecting Chappelle, and I'm sure what Foxx really means too, because he's a stand-up comedian, is we got to protect these stand-up comedians. I mean, the fact that someone says something that offends you is the exact price we all pay to have freedom of speech like we do. So listen, I'm not a proponent of these people running on stage and slapping people. I love David Chappelle. I love Chris Rock. But it is a scary thing that we're moving towards, I think, in our society where, hey, if someone says something that offends you, you're going to attack them. You're going to bum rush a stage with a replica gun and a knife. I mean, that's some scary shit. And so hopefully we don't see more of this trending. But for sure, if you're Will Smith, you got to feel guilty about this, right? Hopefully Will Smith says something about something at some point in time, because I know for me, I've lost a lot, if not all respect I ever had for Will Smith. What do you guys think? Please leave your comments and questions below. Please share and subscribe. I appreciate the support. Peace.